Hey guys, I'm Sushi Babe. So to make a complete ass of myself, I'm going to reveal an anime that really isn't my cup of tea. Guilty Crown. Now, Guilty Crown is an anime I decided to watch because a certain podcast couldn't shut up about it, and I just wanted to see what it was all about. And I'll be honest, I think the show is a piece of shit, but a fun piece of shit. Guilty Crown is an action sci-fi added with some superpowers. The show was animated by Production IG, which is known for their extremely sexy visuals, and was directed by Tetsuro Araki. The setting takes place in Tokyo 2039, after an outbreak of an apocalyptic virus 10 years ago, known as the Lost Christmas. Due to this, Japan is now being kept under control by an organization known as the GHQ. One day, a timid and awkward boy named Shuoma becomes mixed in a terrorist group known as the Funeral Parlor. This is due to him accidentally obtaining a great power known as the right hand of a king, which can extract voids that represents the manifestations from people's hearts and can be used as weapons or tools, and also used for masturbation. If you've seen a lot of anime, you would notice that Guilty Crown has been influenced by quite a few shows. I can already name them a few easily, such as Neon Genesis Evangelion, Code Geass, and surprisingly Revolutionary Girl Utena. Taking ideas from other shows and blending them in together isn't such a bad thing. The important aspect of making a story is by how it is executed, and this is where Guilty Crown really falls short on. It just doesn't manage to finish its job on exploring its themes and chucks it away to do something different. It really doesn't know what it's trying to be, and the events that come up just feels like it's been brought up out of nowhere, and due to this I'm just sitting here scratching my head and wondering what the fuck they're trying to do. Now, the show remains entertaining because the story moves at a constant pace. However, what a story needs is a good flow. Guilty Crown seems to have chucked that rule right out the window and decided to scribble it all over the place. Barely any of the events segues well with one another and happens very suddenly. Oh, look, a beach episode. Guilty Crown also suffers from a lot of anime cliches such as gotta let the kids save the world, or here's a new sexy transfer student that everyone can gawk at while she's only interested in the main protagonist. Everything about it feels very predictable, and I just slapped in because, I don't know, it's cringeworthy as all hell. What's also cringeworthy is the amount of bullshit being pulled out. It's meant to make a scene look completely badass or a poor excuse to bring up something new, and you're supposed to take this seriously. I'm also pretty sure that the endless amounts of fan service and pandering doesn't cover up the bad writing at all. You're gonna see a lot of it all up in your face, and I hate fan service with a passion.
I want to see a plot. Shut the fuck up. I want to see some titties.
Oh my fat Buddha's belly, this video was a joke. Even though the story might seem like a big insult towards me, it's not. I reckon that the biggest pile of shit are definitely the characters. Stereotypical characters are probably one of my least favorite elements when watching an anime. These, my friends, are people. These, my friends, are not. Let's see what we have here. We have a tsundere whose tits jiggle every time she gets hurt inside an a machine. A token loli who controls the computer system with her ass. A poor excuse for a kudere, the annoying best friend, and a huge-titted bimbo who is served as a secondary love interest. Oh, and a sissy faggot. Now, I don't hate Shu because he is a pussy. Damn, that would be a terrible reason. The reason why I hate him is because he's such a bad character. Yes, he goes through a lot of shit throughout the whole show. Yes, he does change as a person. But here's the problem. The phases he goes through doesn't seem legit at all. The show tries so hard to treat Shu as a tragic hero. The events that happen are just there so that he can suffer more and more so that they can give him a pathetic excuse to go completely 180. It's meant to make you feel depressed while watching how Shu handles these problems, but in the end he's just another character with barely any personality. I just couldn't sympathize with him as much as others do. The side characters are just bad, like really bad. damn are they inconsistent as hell. You'll see a lot of them act totally out of character and the changes seem very sudden. Inori seems to be on the top tier for this, and it was really hard not to notice. It would be stupid to even consider any of them having any decent character development. What bugs me a lot is the amount of stupid decisions these characters make. A lot of the times I'm just going, huh? The reasons behind their actions do not make sense and there is little to no justification as to why they're doing it. It's a very cheap way to advance the story more and cause a fuckload of unneeded drama. Shuya and Inori have by far one of the worst romance I've seen, period. I'd say it's very poorly handled. There is no chemistry between them at all. The failure to communicate properly is just painful to watch. I always felt like their relationship never progresses at all, but at the same time the show tries to let you know that they've fallen in love for one another. Everything about their romance felt way too shallow, and I even wondered why they needed to be paired up in the first place. Well, it's time to give the show some credit since it needs it, and I will definitely give it credit for its stunning animation and visuals. I'm serious when I say this, but the visuals are really something to look at. Usually I'm a person who hates CGI animation and effects, but Production IG really knows how to blend the drawn animation and CGI really well. The action scenes are very entertaining, and it seems like they're really going all out with it, and it really made me feel hooked. However, you'll notice that the quality kinda drops a little during the latter half. I was kinda hoping that they could control their budget a bit more so things couldn't look uneven. The soundtrack is pretty top notch and detailed. The music is really fun to listen to. I like how they used a fictional pop band named Ijoist as the source of their songs. But instead of English this time we have poorly pronounced German. They really know how to execute the music very well with the scenes and hit their mark. Sometimes it got me engaged. I actually downloaded some of the music from this anime. I really can't seem to get over it. The opening credits is something you really shouldn't skip. They are absolutely fantastic on terms of both sound and visuals. During my time watching the show, I barely found myself to be skipping it. Well, I did sometimes with the second opening credits, but I guess it's due to the first one being far more superior. Guilty Crown is quite a fun show to watch despite its huge amount of flaws. I would be lying if I said I wasn't entertained. It had a decent premise, but doesn't know what to do with it. It had boobies, but the things attached to them are absolute shit. I don't know whether to recommend watching the show or not, but I'd say try it out when you have time. You would actually learn what an anime should or should not do. I give Guilty Crown a 4 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed that totally not biased review. Feel free to drop a like or dislike. Subscribe if you're interested in watching more of my videos. I do both reviews and parodies. And also don't forget to follow me on Hummingbird. So yeah, have a good day.